work on until I talk to you, really. So this is more in-depth than what we ran through in the meeting, right?
Yeah.
So you want to maybe, if you can do it in 5 minutes, run down what this incentive package looks like and that idea that you're serving more than this one development.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Do you want to record it? Is that the idea? Have your thing on?
Yeah.
Okay. So the request came from the developer, and I have met with Mike Surfrisco obviously several times, and we are aware that they're trying to make their budget work so that this project can actually go ahead. So. And they are working with a developer or a general contractor from Brandon, and they're doing all the work and due diligence to put this whole thing together. For them to make the numbers work and for this project to go ahead, they were looking at the city of Dauphin to be able to provide them with an incentive package. Now, that's something we do on a regular basis. Like we every recent commercial development from the Best Western to Twin Motors and Shoppers Drug Mart, we have provided incentives, and it's usually a package. That could be helping out with the cost of water and sewer installation, could be helping out with a rebate on the municipal portion of their taxes over 1, 2, or 3 or multiple years, right? So this is the tools that municipalities have to lower the cost of the development and incentivize these developers to come and build in our community. So for this much needed development to go ahead, the developers, Mike, requested that we would provide the water and sewer install from the nearest access point.
Okay.
And just to visualize it in your mind, it's on the intersection between the Pizza Hut and the Canway Inn.
Okay.
That's where it is, like on the side of that access road, to the entrance of the property, which is just a little bit down Riverside Road. So because this is partially under the road, and this is a significant project, it's a high cost thing. So the estimation of the cost is $460,000. So his request was for the city to pay that. Our cost would be a little bit lower if we would do the work ourselves, of course, because we have equipment and manpower to do that. But then we started thinking, because as you know, Pine Creek First Nations owns 60 acres of land behind it.
Right.
20 acres being in the city of Dauphin boundaries, and the other 40 in the RM. But they own the whole stretch, and they have a conceptual plan to develop it in the future.
Okay.
Now, and I've been working with council to think of us more as trying to be proactive when it comes to development. We need the housing. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
And if that means that we need to invest up front, then and that entices others to develop, then that might sound as taking a risk, but I think it's a calculated risk, and it's something that you need to do as a municipality to be able to get people to come and develop. So we started kind of working this out, like the technical part of the water and sewer, to make it substantial enough that we could also service the land behind this new development.
Okay.
So that's kind of where this comes from. So that will increase the cost. Ironically, it will be indeed around that $450,000 to $460,000, but it allows us to be ready for the future.
I guess your options were lose this development quite possibly and kick the problem down the road. So.
Yeah, and having very little alternatives. Like if we're a municipality where you see a lot of different projects or developments happening at the same time, you could perhaps afford to do that. I find that still tricky, but perhaps you could say, okay, let's go with the lowest hanging fruit or with the lowest cost one, because we're talking about taxpayers' dollars. But in this case, we don't. And this is a local developer with a company, although they're from Brandon, but they are going to be doing local projects. They have done many projects in the community. So it's very important that we try to get this project to go ahead.
Okay.
So, and then there's a second step to this, because this developer is obtaining financing through the Canada CMHC, Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation, which is a very standard procedure. But CMHC was not convinced that Dauphin needed additional housing.
Jesus.
Yeah, which is mind-boggling.
Wow.
But they probably look at the high-level statistics only, and they see like the Parkland area as a whole is depopulation. The last census numbers do not show a growth in population in our community. I wrote a letter of support, and I provided as much data as possible in this letter. For example, a recent growth, our immigrant population, the fact that I get, City Hall gets daily phone calls asking people, hey, I'm looking for a place to live. Manitoba Health numbers show a growth. I know Statistics Canada has access to that, so I encourage them to look at that. And so I put this whole package together in the hope that the developer can convince the financier, so to say, to become a partner in this project. So.
Yeah, I mean, even with the jail coming on, it's only going to get worse.
Yeah, and I put that in there too.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. It's no longer a secret, right? This is public information, and that's always the trick with these things. And this is why I can speak about it now, because this development and has been out in the public, and so people know about it. Not everybody, but it's not a secret either. So. Usually I say it's not our story to tell, and I like to keep it confidential, but in this case...
Well, I mean, they've been to open council.
Yeah. So. Oh, yeah, and he's talking about it to people, so it's absolutely a good project.
I've reported on it,
Yeah. So we're just trying to support this as much as we can, and at the same time trying to think ahead and get ready for the future. And there's for example, one of the other desires that we have is a new subdivision in our community, because we have no lots left. We have some infill lots, but we don't have new
substantial,
nothing for a subdivision that would allow for new homes to be built. So we're working on that as well. I really don't have much to share about it.
No, but I mean, you're anticipating growth and building for the future.
100%.
And then
I have builders asking me, where am I going to build my next house? Mm-hmm. So, and then the last one is, when it comes to housing, is that we're working with the RM of Dauphin, which is
good luck there.
Well,
things are.
I am very happy to say that our relationship with the RM has significantly improved.
Good.
So they are very interested in supporting some subdivisions that are being planned in the RM as well. So they want to work with local developers, and they want to do some marketing and promotion around it. And they approached me as well and said, would you be willing to share that as well? I'm like, yes, please. Because if somebody lives, we all win. No matter where you build your house, or if you build it in the RM or in the city, they are going to be using both municipalities, yeah. So we need to stop looking at those boundaries, and this just makes sense. So I'm very, very pleased that the RM approached us and wanted to start that conversation, and I think we should partner. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, I think that covers everything for now.
Yeah.
But maybe we'll talk again when Dimitri and his friends come.
Yeah, call me anytime, and off the record, like the relationship it's amazing how a different person
helped a lot with that.
Oh my God, so much. So, all right, I got to jump on my meeting.
All right, thanks, Martijn.
Okay,
bye.
Talk to you later. Okay, bye.